Hey guys, nothingwired.com. Salora India today revealed the Arya A1 Plus. It's more of an entry-level device that's going to be available immediately on Amazon.in exclusively for an MRP or for an MOP of 5499. The MRP is slightly more. You can see on the back side it says 6290. It also lists some of the quick specs. For example, you have a 4.5-inch small QHD resolution, meaning 540 by 960 pixels. It's also a one glass solution with full lamination, which should help in reducing the reflection on the screen a bit. You have Wi-Fi, which is standard feature. You also have an MTK 6852 chipset, which has pretty entry-level 1.3 gigahertz quad-core CPU. It also has 1 GB RAM. You have 8 GB ROM. And you can extend that memory or that storage with the help of a micro SD card to up to a max of 32 GB. With GPS and 5 MP back camera, 2 MP front camera, HD recording and stuff, and dual SIM, and both SIM are 3G enabled. 2000 mAh battery, runs Android KitKat, but Salora promises Lollipop update shortly. So we're gonna quickly go ahead and give you an unboxing of this. You can see color says black and silver. You also supposedly get a few back covers in the box. You can see it's pretty hard cardboard box really, and inside as usual you see the phone on the top. We'll come back to the phone just in a bit. We're gonna go further inside and see what's there, and as I promised, you can see that's more a metallic red or kind of slightly maroon color back flap. We also have the white one, beautiful Arya branding there. And then you have some manuals, that's the warranty card, and that's the quick start guide. Then you have the earphones, and the earphones look like having a silver plated audio jack. Plus you also have the mic and the call control, but you do not have the volume control, and they're also not the premium in-ear type. So decent pair of earphones, but just standard. You have a micro USB 2.0 cable right there, and then your double round pin rather, if you will, wall USB adapter, which has an output of 1 ampere, which should be pretty sufficient for the 2000 mAh battery that we have out here. So there we have the Salora Arya A1 Plus. It's a cute looking phone, definitely not the thinnest device in the market, 9.7 mm thin, but it feels very comfortable in the hand thanks to the slightly smaller 4.5-inch screen. Not the lightest device, again 145 gram, but then at this price point, I guess the device looks pretty premium for the price. And also you see it has very nice matte aluminum finish on the side that kind of gives a metallic shine. However, the whole phone is all plastic and there is no hint of metal anywhere. And they see the 4.5-inch screens. I told you 540 by 960 pixels of resolution. Your 2 MP front camera on the front, and the earpiece. I don't see any sensors and LED lights. We'll have to check that out. Below you have the typical Salora, hotkeys, the recent home and back key. There you see this side you have the volume rocker, the mouthpiece, power button. On top you have the micro USB 2.0 port, 3.5 mm jack. Behind you have the 5 MP camera, HD camera, and then it's accompanied by an LED flash, your Arya branding. I love the font out here by Salora, and then your speaker grills. And although the back flap is plastic, but it's quite rugged, and you also get the white and the maroon one you've seen. And then it hides the 2000 mAh battery right here, which is removable, and then a dual SIM slot there. See, one SIM and then one micro SIM. So this one is full size, this one is micro SIM. Both of them supports 3G, and then you also have your micro SD card that supports up to max of 32 GB, as I told before. So overall, the device feels very comfortable in hand, and although it's a small device, but due to the thickness, it rests nicely on the palm, and it's very unlikely that you'll drop this device while using it with one hand all the way. A QHD display or resolution on a 4.5-inch display is generally enough, and even here you see the display is relatively bright, and also there are no pixelations happening, at least when you're looking at it from a normal distance. Now if we go ahead, we'll go to the gallery and we'll check out some of the photos and videos out there. That's our gallery, and then let's check out a video and see how it plays and what how the viewing angles are. So let's see, it looks good, the IPS display, and again you see it says is fully laminated, which means that it's reducing just that tad bit of reflection. You see, even if I'm looking it from at this viewing angle, you can actually see what's going on out there, mainly thanks to the lamination. Otherwise the color would have changed drastically. But here you can still see the reflection, but the colors are still almost intact. Well, not exactly at this point, but if you see this point, its colors are intact. So I would say that display is just about average, but then it's rather good for the price point. So it runs on Android KitKat 4.4.2, and Salora has a slightly customized skin on top of that, but it will almost always retain the basic feature and basic user interface of Android. You see the same home pages. You can customize the home page from here, and this you can add your widgets and other stuffs. Yeah, the touch response is not exactly feather touch, but that's again understandable at this price point. You have the apps, not many bloatware, only 2 pages of app drawer. You have the default Google Android apps like Chrome or your Gmail, and there's no YouTube, by the way, and Play Store. You also have some popular third-party apps like Amazon, Amazon Kindle, Amazon App Store, mainly because this guy is going to be available exclusively on Amazon. So you have all Amazon related apps, and then some of the usual tools from Salora, like your music and messaging, dialer, file managers, and other stuff. We're going to quickly go ahead and check out some of the apps and tools out there. So there you see, that's the dialer. It's pretty big enough really, and we'll check out the keyboard as well, which is again pretty standard Android keyboard, you see, and it also supports the swipe feature. So if I write, it actually does not recognize this wired, does it? Oh, it does. So it's pretty fast that way, and here it becomes much more comfortable in the landscape mode. And then what else we have? We have the file manager. There you see your phone storage. It also supports USB on the go feature, by the way, so you can use your micro USB 2.0 or 3.0 pen drive and it will recognize that. You have your music, and I'm going to check out the volume of this and how the speaker sounds.
Off my sleeves to the ground, I do not jump, I move the earth down.
So you can see the sound output by a speaker is decent enough, it's loud enough. I also like the bass and the treble. However, it might not be enough for a crowded place, like if you're traveling in a metro or something. Of course, you're not advised to play music loud in a metro. Anyway, the speaker grills are situated on the back side out here. It has a very slight bump over here. Despite of that, the sound actually gets reduced whenever you're placing it on a flat surface. You see? But still, due to that bump, the sound output is actually decent, and you can still hear the sound loud enough. Yeah, and you've already heard the vocal sound during our video playback. The surround sound also actually sounds pretty good, so that way it's pretty decent and manageable. Now let's check out the 5 MP back camera, and it's an autofocus camera, of course. And see, it's decently fast, although not zero lag, but decently fast. We're gonna check out whether the zero lag feature is available in the settings. Yeah, so you can go to the settings and see if it, it has a zero shutter lag setting. So now we'll see if so it has definitely increased the buffer. Now it's almost zero lag, as you can see. Yeah, a lag at time, but that's fine. So now it's almost zero lag, and you can also start your recording right from there. You can take a still out there, you can focus anywhere, you can pause the video or stop it from right there. And then you also have the typical shooting modes out there that you see, your multi-angle and portrait modes and whatnot, HDR and flash, and that's the front camera, the 2 MP front camera. Yeah, Let's see white balance and all this. Let's check out some of our images and a video sample of this phone to get an idea how this look. I don't have high hopes for a 5MP camera, but this should be good, and this area, this environment should be good now because it's an indoor area, so it will be a good test for the camera out here. So overall, well, we like the user interface. There's not much lag, but then we do not have many apps running in the background as well. So we'll have to see when this device comes to our lab whether it lags when you have many apps in the background, you multitask a lot, you're coming out from a very demanding CPU hogging app like a game, for example, directly to the home page. At those transactions, the phones generally lag. So we'll have to see. It's relatively new device. We're at the launch, we're holding a demo device. Obviously it's not lagging here. The touch is not exactly feather touch. That's one thing to keep a note of. But overall, we like the device, and I guess at about 5,500, this could make a good enough statement. But the best of all, I like the look of the device. Despite of being an all plastic device, it actually gives a quite premium feeling, and it feels very, very comfortable in your hands. So that's, guys, that's the Salora Arya A1 Plus. Again, it's going to be available exclusively on Amazon.in for 5,499 starting today. Thank you.